We are back. It's Jared and Bob. This is Sarcasm Speaks. This is day 3 of demo for me, and I am officially running on fumes. Today was the longest day that we've actually done stuff. Saturday, what we got going around 11ish. And we went until like 3. Yesterday, I think we got going around 11ish, and we went until like 5. Today we started around like 10, and we finished at 6. And today, granted, we weren't in the attic, so we finished the attic yesterday. But today is certainly the hottest day of the 3. So it was about as hot on the second floor today as it was in the attic on Saturday. So it's like we got to go to the second floor, but we didn't escape the heat.
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's one of those things where like I can totally understand how people have like fucked up childhoods, because like their dad's just like an alcoholic douchebag that like works construction all day and comes home and just starts cracking beers. Cause like, man, I am fucking tired. This is a whole new level of like tired. Not that like it fucking matters either. Like I'm not bitching because I can't bitch because it doesn't fucking matter because it has to get done. You know what I mean? Like as much as I don't want to do any of this, it doesn't matter because it needs to get done. So I can sit here and be like, oh, I'm fucking tired. But guess what? I'm going to get up and do it again tomorrow because I have to, and I don't have a choice. So, but this is my goddamn show, and I'm going to bitch if I want to.
Are you bitching or are you not bitching? I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the fence. I'm playing both sides. That way I always come out on top.
So you're not bitching while bitching?
Yes.
Or are you bitching while not bitching? I can't tell.
I think the second one, the latter. But yeah, like I could totally see where like those people come home and all they want to do is like sit in their chair and drink beer and like not talk to anybody.
Dude, I don't work a fucking labor job and all I want to do is come home and sit.
Yeah. It's like it got to the point where like I started like when Amy was asking me questions, like I started speaking in like one words. So it was like we had like shit in the dumpster, and obviously everything is in the dumpster, but I had to put doors in there, and I wanted to take the doorknobs off because then I could actually like press the doors up against each other and save space. And I was like, hey, can you get me the drill thing with Phillips head? And like she brings it back. And she's like, what is this for? And I go, doorknobs. Like that's like the only amount of energy that I can muster is to start speaking in one word answers.
That's my preferred way to speak.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Shower. Like I just am like one word. Like that's all I got.
Yeah, you gotta conserve energy, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at it. I'm just conserving energy.
But you only got what, 4, 5, 6 more days of it?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm super excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it. I can also say today, today was the first time we put in 8 hours, but I was going to say today is the first day my feet actually hurt at the end of the day. And it's weird because like Saturday and Sunday, I went through and I was like, yeah, I was tired. Like I sweat a lot, like I was dehydrated, that whole shebang. But like today was like the real fucking kick in the ass. And go figure, it's because we did 8 hours today. We did 4 hours on Saturday and like 5 on Sunday.
I was even thinking today too, we could have done Saturday so much fucking better.
Yeah, probably.
Like, so annoying. Like looking back on it.
Well, there was no plan. And now I'm not trying to say that like I would have fixed this at all because I know for a fact I wouldn't have. But when everyone went in the attic, I was still like gathering stuff. Like I was getting like headlamps and flashlights and fucking I don't know, whatever else I was getting. Trash bags. I don't know. I was grabbing stuff to like bring to the attic. Like I didn't even have a suit on yet. And when I got up, like the first wall was already down. And I was like, okay, all right, we're doing this. And then like in a blur, like the other wall was down and the ceiling, the drop ceiling was down. And I'm like, all right. And then I kind of looked and I said it to somebody. I go, has anyone seen like the work light that I put over here in the corner? And it was like underneath all the debris. So like it was literally like retarded squirrels like smashing shit and breaking everything. Because after we cleaned everything up, it was like, oh, I found the work light that was underneath everything. And then it was like, oh, here's an extension cord that was just underneath a bunch of stuff. Like there was no rhyme or reason to anything. It was just like break stuff and then pick it all up.
I was even like with and again, we didn't have any of this shit. I could have brought it from the gym, but like even the insulation, it's like I should have brought two of the big barrels,
right?
Throw a bag in them,
right?
When I was pulling insulation off the wall, instead of just leaving it on the ground, throw it in a barrel.
Right.
One person like pulls the bag, tie it off. Next person, like,
yeah,
we could have saved a lot of time or gotten a lot more done, one or the other.
Yeah, well, probably both. I think both. I think those things go hand in hand. Yeah, because we like had a system today, just with me and Amy, of like breaking down the drywall and then like putting it in a barrel and then carrying the barrel outside and then throwing the pieces in the dumpster that way. And like just the way, like it was just a lot smoother today. And I was thinking that too. But the other thing, Amy mentioned it. And again, it doesn't like, we got way more fucking done than just Amy and I would have gotten done. So like, whatever, I'm not going to complain about that either. But Amy had mentioned like the amount of time it took us to just clean up yesterday on Sunday was like an hour and a half. And we were like, fuck, if only we had everyone for like an extra half hour, because we had 6 bodies. Like what took two people an hour and a half to finish cleaning up before we started like pulling rug and getting floor and sweeping and cleaning all that shit, was an hour and a half for us. And when we finished that, we took a break, and that's when we were like, fuck, man, an extra half hour. And with everyone yesterday, and it would have been completely done. And then we could have just got like, yes, on Sunday could have went right into doing rug and floor, and you know what I mean? Saved us a little bit on that end, but whatever, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I can't complain because we got way more fucking done. And it's crazy too, looking at the difference between work with 6 people and work with 2 people.
Oh yeah.
Like the 4 extra people make a huge fucking difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if, well, and that's the thing is like, even if it was just the 3 of us, because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to actually come or not.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, the right way to do this probably would have been pull each ceiling panel.
Right.
Get those out. Those are light. Those, you could carry those out in a stack. You know,
right.
Insulation goes right into a bag. Bags come out, tie them off, new bag in, like pit crew it. Yeah. And it's like, we probably would have saved so much time. Just like,
we definitely would have
being smarter about it.
Yeah.
But then again, it was like, I don't know if we would have known, hey, the ceiling has to go first.
Right.
But then once the ceiling's down, can you really start fucking swinging at that wall? Like, is there too much shit in the way? I don't know.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. It was just like it was like a shotgun. Like just everyone scattered, started breaking stuff.
Tasmanian devil just let loose.
Yeah.
Like you came up and all of a sudden
Seriously.
the place was fucking demolished.
I couldn't believe how fast everything came down.
Yeah, well, that's what you have when you have 6 fucking people.
Yeah. And then we said it on the last episode, like Bill mentioned, like it was literally like what was it, like 5%?
I calculated 4%.
Yeah. 4% actually breaking stuff down, and then 96%
cleanup.
cleanup.
Yeah.
So
ideally, I'll never have to demo anything else in my entire life. So
yeah, that would be ideal. Ideally, once I'm finished with this week, I won't ever have to do any of that again either.
we should demo. We should get some. We should just dude, we should flip a house for fun.
Yeah. Well, it's easy.
So easy.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
so
it's so easy.
Everyone like so easy just to flip a house.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Everyone's doing it, dude.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah. It's dude, so easy.
Yeah.
You just get a loan. You just get a loan.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you just do the work yourself because you know how to demo now.
Yeah. Yeah. How hard can it be? Yeah, I might start putting in septic systems too. I hear those are pretty easy.
Well, they are easy. You just pay the septic system,
Yeah.
septic company to do it. It's expensive as hell.
Yeah. So hopefully I fucking make it through this week. But either way, hey, it's a win-win. If I do, I'll be ready to get a cool new house. And if I don't, all my problems are gone.
Not a problem anymore.
Yeah. What do we got going on? Admittedly, I have paid zero attention to anything outside of like drywall and carpet and whatever in the last like 3 days. But I do happen to know that recently, I think this might have been last week, we have the first transgender athlete to compete in the Olympics. Her name is Laurel Hubbard. She is a transgender female, which means she was once upon a time biological male. She was born a male. Have you heard about all that shit that was going down with it?
Got this one.
All right. So shout out to Sexy Chris, because him and I had a very great conversation about this last week at some point. He sent me the article where it's like Laurel Hubbard becomes the first trans athlete to compete at the Olympics, whatever. So then he tells me, he goes, hey, you could be a 2024 Olympian on the U.S. women's weightlifting team. Like, essentially, like, get your shit together. He goes, you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he ended, you owe it to your country. Which we've talked about this before on the show. I one of our episodes, we were talking about like the difference between men and women. Like my numbers that like barely qualified for nationals and got me like 17th out of like 19 people at a national competition. If I were in the same weight class as a woman, I would be at the Olympic trials. Like it's fucking wild. So there is a possibility. Yeah. I mean, I could make a comeback as a woman and just keep growing my hair and shave my beard. And there we go.
That's a good point. I missed the patriotic angle to all of this.
Yeah. It's my
basically by not doing it, you're kind of being a little bit of a commie.
Yeah, I know. So I feel like I have to do it now as a red-blooded American. It is my duty to bring back the gold for the country in 2024. Yeah.
Enough of the fucking Eastern Bloc.
So let me see. So we start going back and forth, and okay. So I go. She's 43 years old. And I went down a deep rabbit hole on this. So I'm about to lay on some really fucking crazy, wild information on you because I was very interested at the time when Sexy Chris and I were talking about this. So she's 43 years old. Yes, 43. And she's an Olympian. She transitioned 8 years ago, which means, for those of you that aren't so good at math, she had 35 years of full on like male levels of testosterone coursing through her body. And then, like I said, 8 years ago, she made the transition and she's been continuing to train since then. And now she's made it to the Olympics. She's also in the super heavyweight division, which means there's no cap to how much you can weigh. So that means
is this for weightlifting?
Yes, this is Olympic weightlifting. So the super heavyweight division, which means there's no limit to how big you can be. Most people remember Holly Mangold back in the day in the previous Olympics and the one before that. She lifted for the United States. She's a fucking house. She was like 160 kilos. It was gross. So that you don't have to cut weight as a super. Like you just show up. So you're a 43-year-old trans woman that had 35 years worth of testosterone and weightlifting training, and you don't have to cut weight. So you have unlimited potential over there. So then I'm sitting there and I go, I'm fascinated to find out what her level of testosterone is versus the average male at 43 years old. So Chris goes, I'm sure it's available somewhere. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to find this. So because she's tried to justify there isn't a biological advantage based on her current testosterone levels. So I found an article that said in 2015, the International Olympic Committee, also known as the IOC, changed its rules to allow transgender athletes to compete as long as their testosterone level is below a certain level and maintained for 1 year. The determining criteria, which is a maximum reading of 10 nanomoles per liter of testosterone, is at least 5 times more than a biological woman. So fuck off to the IOC because they used a fucked up measurement. They used nanomoles per liter of testosterone. When you measure testosterone, like if you go to the doctor and get a blood test and you get your readings back, like you get like your number somewhere between 250 and like 1100 is the normal range. That's the normal range between 250 and 1100. It's fucking massive. But anyway, that number that you get that's somewhere between there is measured in nanograms per deciliter, not nanomoles per liter. So hold on to your fucking dicks here because I'm about to drop a lot of really crazy fucking science. I'm not kidding. I did a deep dive in this. I'm a little dehydrated. Hold on. I need my Gatorade for this.
Doesn't help hydrate you.
Yeah. All right. So the IOC in 2015 allows this, and they say the maximum you're allowed is 10 nanomoles per liter of testosterone. I think they did that so people wouldn't understand what that is. So I went and did some math. I did a conversion. So the conversion of 10 nanomoles per liter, converting that to nanograms per deciliter, which is what every fucking doctor measures testosterone in, is about 285 nanograms per deciliter. You are considered in the normal range as a male
with 250.
From 250 to 1100. So this 43-year-old trans woman who had 35 years of full-fledged testosterone could have levels that read, quote, normal, albeit on the low end of normal, but as we have a mutual friend and someone who I believe still listens to the show that tried to go get TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, because we talked about this on the show before. He went to go get tested, and the first test came back and it was like 212. And then the doctor was like, all right, well, we have to test you again just to make sure. And his second test came back and it was like 220. And the doctor goes, oh, well, we should try a third test just to be sure. And this whole time he's like, yo, just give me the testosterone replacement there. Like, just give me the TRT. Like, let's go, buddy. And then the third test comes back and it was 250 right on the line. And then the doctor was like, yeah, no, sorry, we can't do anything for you. So this 43-year-old man could be, 43-year-old trans woman could have testosterone levels that would be considered normal for a male and can still compete.
Did you
still not get disqualified because of the testosterone levels in her blood?
Did you look at normal testosterone levels in women?
Oh, yes. Great question. I did actually. The average adult female has anywhere from 15 to 70 nanograms per deciliter. So the average adult male is between 250 to 1100, and the average adult female is 15 to 70.
Yeah, so even 280 is quadruple the high end, the high of the high for women, right? Is that quadruple? 28?
Yeah, seven times four is 28.
It's quadruple, the highest of high end.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, no biological difference.
Yeah, no, there's no biological difference there, right? There's no advantage. How could there be an advantage?
Nope. Now, all people the same.
Now, again, to be fair, because I do want to be fair about it, I have no idea what Laurel Hubbard's testosterone levels are. But I would imagine they're higher than 70.
Yeah.
If I were going to guess. Because if I am an athlete that is told I'm allowed to have up to 285 because I'm a transgender athlete, well, guess what? I'm going to fucking get my levels up to 280. Like, I'm going to get as close as I can without going over.
Yep.
And now if she sustains levels between, let's call it, 200 and even say 200 and 250, that's still 3 times more than the high end of an adult female that she would be competing against. 3 times higher level of testosterone, where if a biological female had testosterone levels that high, they would be disqualified for some sort of substance abuse. But yeah, no, it's fair.
No, it's fair.
No, the competition is totally fair.
We have to be inclusive.
Yeah. Yep. And then, so Chris made another good point, is that someone didn't get a spot on Team USA because the spot went to Laurel Hubbard. So some woman that's trained probably most of her life didn't get elected to Team USA on the weightlifting team because of this too. So you want to tell me that, like, we have to be fair and we need, how is this fair to women?
Oh, it only hurts women.
It only hurts women. So, like,
no, that's the problem. That actually is the biggest problem. It's like, again, you always hear with fucking the LPGA, oh, the women don't get paid anything.
Yeah.
Oh, the women don't get paid anything in this sport, and that sport, and this sport, and that sport. Well, now what we're doing is we're giving them less opportunity.
Right. Right. So I don't know. I also don't know what the size of the teams are. But
Not very big.
no, they're not, because each sport is allowed a certain number of members. And the IOC is who determines this. So the IOC could say, all right, well, Team USA, you have 4 spots for the women and 3 spots for the men on your Olympic weightlifting team. Well, now one of those spots just got taken up by Laurel Hubbard and some other girl. Some other girl that's maybe she's like 28. Maybe she's 28, 29, and 4 years in the next cycle, she'll be 32. You think Team USA is going to take a fucking 32-year-old on their team? They're not going to do it, because the only one that's ever done it is Kendrick. And he only goes because he was America's only hope at the Olympics for the longest time. He went to, I think, like three or four Olympics in a row. And his last one, he was like 33 or 34. And it's like, what are we doing still rolling this guy out there?
Yeah, well, the other thing too, I mean, like, let's not beat around the bush here. Like, American weightlifting is god awful.
So. Oh, it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. But it's because we have a thorough drug testing program through USADA, which, because USADA falls in line with WADA, which is, so we have the US anti-doping agency, and then we have the World Anti-Doping Agency. So WADA is like it's no joke. Unless you've watched the movie Icarus, and then, it was a joke when they were in Russia.
Or if you ask the guy who lives in Mexico, I think he's fucking can't come back to the US. He used to write for T Nation.
Romano? Oh, yeah. Shit. What was his name?
Might just be John Romano.
I think it was John Romano. Yeah.
He like wrote an article one time. He goes, I have done everything there is to do with steroids. Sold, bought, administered, whatever. He goes, and I can tell you that a drug test for the Olympics is an IQ test.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need more morally flexible coaches.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that has been the problem for a while. Like I said, is that the United States,
follow through too well.
We don't dope. We don't take steroids. Like our Olympic weightlifting athletes just don't take steroids. And it's like, well, what are you guys doing? Like, look at Russia and China. Like, you think they're not fucking juicing? Like, obviously they are. Figure it out. Get better fucking scientists, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you want to be competitive, or do you want to show up and get 8th out of 9 fucking countries that are competing? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right, cool. We're sending Kendrick out again. Awesome. Like, he's going to get 6th. Like,
dude, it's a game of honor and integrity, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Kendrick ever medaled.
I doubt it, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
Americans in weightlifting just don't go well together.
Let's see. Kendrick Ferris. No. He has 0 Olympic medals. He won gold at the Pan American Championship, though, in 2010, 11 years ago. Let's see. Does it say how many times he competed in? Oh yeah, it gives him right here. He competed in 2008 and he finished 8th. He participated in 2012 and he finished 10th. And then in 2016, he finished 11th. So,
well, you've heard it. USOC, start doping your athletes up.
Yeah. If you guys want to compete. Yeah, I mean, nothing to take away from him either. Kendrick Farris is a phenomenal dude. Like I've met him a couple of times. I've like spent time with him. Um, this is not a knock on him as a person at all. Like he's an awesome guy, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, that those are facts. I just read it. Like in '08, he was 8th. In 12, he was 10th. And in 16, he was 11th. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's clean. Yeah, he's clean.
Yeah.
Woo!
He's a role model.
Yeah, yeah.
He said no to drugs.
Because so many people know who he is outside of the weightlifting community.
No one knows who the fuck we're talking.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Dope up. So it's funny though, because we say that in one breath, and then literally 4 minutes ago, we were just shitting on Laurel Hubbard, but it is different. It is different because once upon a time, he was a male. She was a he, and now she's a she. So, I mean, it's different than a she that just takes steroids. Is it? I don't know.
Yes. I think it's I feel as though it's different because there's a natural advantage.
Yeah. I think so too. Because also, like you go through development and you develop differently as a male than you do as a female. Like males typically have like broader shoulders and you know what I mean? Like their trunks are a little thicker. There's obviously a general rule. Someone out there is like, whoa, I know a guy that's like a fucking pencil. It's like, yeah, obviously. And I know plenty of women that could beat the shit out of me, but like it goes back and forth. It's right. General rules here. But yeah, no, I'm sticking with it. It's different. It's different.
Does the Summer Olympics do it for you?
No, they really don't.
Doesn't do it for me.
No. You know what does do it for me though is the World Cup. I get fired up for the World Cup. The Summer Olympics, I can fucking take it or leave it. It doesn't matter. I think mostly because it's always in some random fucking place and like shit's on at like 3 a.m. You know, it's like
they usually save it for prime time. Like they run the 100 at like 7:00, regardless of what time it is there.
Yeah, but like I don't want to watch.
I don't
know
if you can do that shit. I don't know if you can do that shit anymore.
You know what I mean? Like the best part about the Summer Olympics is track and field, and like I don't really care about track. You know what I mean? Like again, I couldn't tell you who any of the Americans are, but like if Usain Bolt is running, I'll watch. Or I won't watch it live, most likely.
He's got to be done.
Yeah. But like, what are you going to fucking tell me? Like swimming? Like the premier event for the Summer Olympics now is swimming? Cool.
Well, I mean, unless one guy is just going to run away with everything. Like that was all right when it was Phelps.
Yeah, when Phelps won the 12 medals in like one Olympics.
Just watching it, like, is he going to lose?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
not.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. What else is there? I mean, they brought baseball back this year, but that's fucking lame.
No one cares.
No one cares.
Basketballs are usually a joke.
Yeah, basketball, it always comes down to America. Like, America's going to fucking win. I don't know. However, I do like the Winter Olympics. Give me the Winter Olympics over the Summer Olympics 8 days out of the week.
Yeah, curling's way better.
I fucking love curling. I could watch curling every single day. I love snowboarding. I love the fucking ski, like the jump, like the ski jump, like Eddie the Eagle shit. That, and I'll watch a fucking slalom too if I have to. I don't give a shit. Like skiing is cool. Snowboarding is cool.
You know what's not cool?
The luge is pretty fucking sick too. Those guys go
skeleton and bobsled and all that shit.
Yeah, real fast, real fucking fast.
Yeah, and it's like oh, the alternative is like the 400. Oh, sick! I'm gonna watch someone run a lap.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, we're gonna do the marathon. Yeah, no, we're not. Don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh, 800-meter relay. Don't care.
Cool. They don't even have
Oh,
fucking
I would
wrestling.
maybe
they
consider.
they took Greco-Roman wrestling out of the Olympics.
Well, that's not that important, right?
No, but like I would watch that.
I wouldn't. I'm just not even gonna pretend I would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No, it's like again, it's like some of the ski racing, ski jumping, snowboard jumping, like all that shit. And it's like with running, it's like the only event I even give a fuck about would be the 100. And
Yeah.
someone better be breaking the world record or coming close. Otherwise, I don't care.
Right. Right.
And like
yeah.
the 4x100 is not bad too because they're usually fucking flying.
Yeah. And then I mean they have boxing in the Summer Olympics, but like no one big goes anymore.
Never.
You know what I mean? Like Tyson Fury's not going to fight at the Olympics. Like
No.
Deontay Wilder is not fighting. You know what I mean? Like it's gone are the days where it was like fucking I don't know. Didn't Sugar Ray Leonard fight in the Olympics? You know what I mean? Like
Ali did. He fucking threw his medals away.
Yeah, like the big name guys, they don't box anymore. So like, yeah, everyone's like, "Whoa, Summer Olympics has boxing." Well, I don't know anybody who they are, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't think like those guys like Lomachenko, like I don't think any of them fight in the Olympics. Triple G. So I don't know.
Summer Olympics overrated.
Summer Olympics can get fucked. Give me the Winter Olympics every day. And I would also take the World Cup over the Summer Olympics as well.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Yeah.
It's got to be in a good country, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's got to be in a European country or something.
Yeah. So, like, maybe I would watch the Olympic soccer. I'd probably be more apt to watch the women's soccer team just because the United States women's team is fucking nasty. And I want to watch them like clean up. But I don't know. Like I would watch, I'll probably catch some of the soccer games if they're on TV at a normal time. Like I'm not going to fucking get up to watch, Portugal, Spain at 3 a.m. But if it's on at 4, 5, 6, I'd watch it. So I think literally the only thing I give a shit about for the Summer Olympics is soccer.
I mean, I'm interested in the golf, but I don't recognize it as important.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know they had golf. Did they just bring it in this year?
No, 2016. They had it.
Yeah. Does anybody good?
Like, no one went because of Zika.
Right.
So it was like Justin Rose, Henrik Stenson, Matt Kuchar in 2016. Those were your medalists.
Oh, sick.
It's like great.
Yeah. Is anybody going this year? Do you know?
Yeah, I think some guys are going. I don't know who the U.S. top 4 is.
Yeah.
It might be like Justin Thomas, DeChambeau, Shoffley, and someone else because like DJ's not going, Kepka's not going.
Yeah. Hey, Webb Simpson. I feel like he usually likes that stuff. I feel like he's always on the Ryder Cup team.
I don't think he's ranked high enough.
Oh. Yeah, what are golf courses like in Japan?
I don't know. They played the Zozo there.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
No idea.
Yeah. Well, would you say that COVID is over?
No. It might be going dormant for a little bit.
Okay.
But I feel like as we approach next winter, it's gonna rear its ugly head again.
Yeah. All right. So I think you're too logical. You might have been too logical of a person to ask that question.
Or cynical.
Yeah, that too. Because there was a thing that came out today, a Gallup poll. I don't know. Gallup is like one of those companies that does polls all the time. So they usually do it for like political bullshit. but it was just released. It said 57% of Republicans believe the COVID-19 pandemic is over, compared to 4% of Democrats. 35% of independents think the pandemic is over. So 57% of Republicans, 35% of independents, and 4% of Democrats think this thing is over.
It's just so fucking sickening.
Yeah.
That stat right there is just so fucking annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people are literally, I think I've said this before. People are literally like, I've heard them say, well, I don't know about this Delta variant. Oh, we got to watch out. We got to watch out for this Delta variant. The fuck we do. Fuck off. All you want to do is just keep people afraid. That's all it is. That's all it is. It all comes down to the longer you can keep people afraid, the longer you can get them to do whatever you want them to do. That's it. That's all it is. We talked about it before about once you give someone power, whether it's government or whatever, it's really hard to get them to fucking give that back. And here we go.
Yeah, I think the general person is becoming more comfortable with it, kind of, again, like I'm calling it dormant. That's what we're going to go with. It's like the grass in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of those things. It's like if they try to like bring it back, a lot of people are just going to be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whereas people were like genuinely scared for a while. Now it's like people just be genuinely fucking annoyed.
Yeah. People are going to start to get angry.
Yeah, because it's like, people are going back to like the Cape. They're going back to this, going to bars, going to this, get a drink after work. Like,
yeah,
things that people used to enjoy doing. They're coming back, and if you try to take them away again, I just don't think that's going to go that easily as it did the last time.
I don't think so either. So also for this poll, so during last week, or I think it was last week, the week of June 14th, I don't know, 15% of respondents said that their lives were, quote, completely back to normal. 62% said life is somewhat back to normal, but not completely normal. So that is what? 77% of the people polled said their lives are at least somewhat back to normal. But only 4% of Democrats think this is over. So there's like a little bit of a disconnect there. That like you can't really put it together that like your life is at least somewhat back to normal, but you don't think this is over?
I don't know, man. You just can't with some of these people. But I did see that CVS is peddling an at-home COVID test now.
Oh, really?
That starts to strike me as a sign of progress.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's been some at-home tests, but like if CVS is going to have them readily available.
Right. Like,
dude, people used to go and wait in line for hours to get a COVID test.
Yeah.
Because of close contacts. I don't think you'll see that come back.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that's done. Because the other side of that is the WHO, not the band, the World Health Organization. They came out and they're telling people that they need to continue to wear masks, even if they're vaccinated, because of the Delta variant now. So like, this is it. This is where we're going. They're going to try and usher this back in. And be like, oh, well, this Delta variant's really bad. You have to keep wearing masks. Well, the mask didn't work the first time. Like, I think we can all agree on that we implicated, every state had some sort of mandated mask rule starting around like May or June. And then the worst this thing got, allegedly, according to the news, was after May and June. So I think we can probably follow the bouncing ball here and say the masks probably weren't as effective as we thought.
But how can you say that? You don't know how many cases they stopped.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into it because I'm still not finished. I still have an hour left. But another show. This is twice in one show. A shout out to Sexy Chris again for having me listen to the recent Joe Rogan episode with Brett Weinstein and Dr. Pierre Corey. He's got two first names.
Is he thirsty?
Yeah. And to sum it up in a quick little blanket for you, the whole thing has kind of been a farce, and there have been other treatments available that have been pushed aside and tried to be ignored because the whole thing is a money grabbing scheme is essentially what it's coming down to, because the whole way the FDA works with emergency use authorizations, EUAs, for vaccines and whatever they do an EUA for, whether it's a vaccine or something else, there's a clause in the emergency use authorization that says this is being approved for emergency use because there are currently no other viable treatments for whatever this is treating. Well, what do you think's been happening to the people and the doctors and professors that have been saying, wait, there's other things that work. There's other things that might be able to be treated with this stuff.
Someone told them to shut the fuck up.
Yep. And all of their stuff got yanked off of YouTube. So they have no platform anymore. Every time they try and post a video, it gets flagged as misinformation or fake science or something like that. So it's all super shady. Like I said, I'm not going to get into like the details of it, but that's the gist of it. So when you have a company like Pfizer that, what did we say? They made $6 billion just on vaccines in Q1 alone.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
If there's something, because this big thing is there's a couple of them. There's a couple things that are available that apparently work and can't talk about it. Can't publish anything, can't put it on the internet. Like I'm almost nervous to like say the name of the big one because we'll probably get flagged on YouTube. And
would its acronym be Henry Charlie Quinn?
No, but that is one of them. That is one of them. Hydroxychloroquine. I can say that one. That one's fine.
Oh, okay.
But there's
that one was very divisive.
Yeah.
That was like the OG. That was like the OG divider.
Yeah. Well, Orange Man bad. So, whatever he says.
He's the one sitting there prescribing it. He's writing on the doctor pads.
Yeah. He's the one that discovered. He sat there himself being like, you know what would be good to treat this? Probably hydroxychloroquine. Yeah, it was him. He was the one that came up with the idea. He's got the
electron microscope with a petri dish.
Yeah.
And he's like adds the dropper.
Yep.
Like, fuck, guys, I got it.
Yeah. Guys, we should use this. Yeah, it was definitely him, and it wasn't science. Believe the science. Well, we tried. You wouldn't let us.
Only believe the science if it's convenient for you.
Yeah. You want me to believe your fucking science. Or your opinion on science actually is what it comes down to. You want me to believe your opinion on science?
Science, damn it.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else? You want to start wrapping this up?
Is it that time?
Yeah, I think we're coming up on time.
All right. My final thought. stemming from something you sent. What are your top 5 Chinese food appetizers or like single dishes? So like what I mean by like crab rangoons are an appetizer and orange chicken is like a single dish, but like
Right.
not like oh well I really like the Thai chicken curry whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
So like standalone sides or like one thing you can order. Top 5 power rankings.
Top 5. All right, I'm gonna have to do them probably in no particular order, at least to start. Well, actually, I know number 1, so I'll have one. I'll try and do them in order, actually. So number 1 is Peking ravioli, pan fried. Anyone that eats steamed is a fucking serial killer. So we got Peking ravioli. General Gao's chicken. I mean, pork fried rice is like the fucking, that's like, that is it. Like that, you know, like, crab rangoons got to be in there. I don't know if I would put them 4. I might put them like 2 or 3. So I got one more. This is tough because I mean I love scallion pancakes, but like I also love beef teriyaki. Like how can you go wrong with beef on a stick? Is there anything? I feel like I'm forgetting something else that's like really big. I don't know. I'll go beef teriyaki. So I got
So I need
Peking ravioli, crab rangoon, pork fried rice, General Gao's, and beef on a stick. Those are my 5.
Yeah, so the way I'm taking this is real similar, really similar. So what I'm going to do instead, because I'm not going to bring anything new to the table, we're going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, no, that's reasonable, because some of it's going to be the same and some of it's going to be like, oh yeah, no, those are good too. Like I'm not. But things that are an absolute fucking waste of time. Absolute waste of time.
Yes.
One is wonton soup.
Yeah, get fucked. Any soup.
Wonton soup is people like consider like good.
Yeah.
Or like you order it. Like why would you order that?
Why would you order any soup from a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like egg drop soup, is that another one?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard of it before, and that's like it.
Yeah. Like people shit their pants over miso soup. It's literally just broth with fucking tofu in it.
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
soy sauce soup.
Yeah.
Also, waste of time. Chicken fingers.
Yes.
They're not that good.
No.
And you're not 6 anymore. Unless you are 6, in which case, thank you for listening.
I've had it. Yes.
And go nuts.
Yeah. If you are 6 and you're listening to this, Jesus, where are your fucking parents? But
but chicken fingers, waste of fucking time. They are an absolute waste of time.
Absolute waste of time.
They're a vehicle for duck sauce, and that's it. And they bring nothing to the table.
Yeah,
They're
you're better off.
Yeah. They bring nothing. Like because that's the thing is like if you're gonna go fried something appetizer, crab rangoon,
yes,
Peking ravioli, scallion pancakes, they're all better.
Yes.
I would even argue that the fried shrimp is better, but that's also borderline a waste of time
too. Yeah.
But that's I don't know. That one's like completely irrelevant.
You know what's delicious though, but not all places have it, is called house rice. It's literally like they throw everything in it. So you got shrimp, chicken, beef, eggs.
So you need this is how fried rice, because I usually get the house fried rice from almost everywhere. Because that's how you know that these places have this shit together or not.
Right.
One, if it's gonna be house rice, it should be fried rice. It shouldn't be white rice.
Correct.
Some places give you white rice with all the shit in it. It's like, what's the point of this?
Get
Fried
fucked.
rice.
Get fucked.
2, ham has no business being in a house rice.
No.
I've had that before, and I'm
No.
like, why?
That's gross.
Why does this exist? Why is there ham?
Yeah.
There's nothing Asian about that. Like,
Yeah.
I thought the whole point of Chinese food was to pretend it's Asian.
Yeah.
Ham isn't even pretending.
Yeah.
That's just saying, hey, we didn't fucking try. Here you
Yeah.
go. Here's fucking ham. It's probably spam. Good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And my last useless. This one might be somewhat controversial. Bone-in spare ribs. Waste of time.
Yeah.
They get in your fucking teeth. They're fucking chewy as fuck.
Yeah.
They don't fall off the bone. They're not good. They really aren't.
No.
Especially when boneless spare ribs are fucking delicious. And they're right there. And they're easier to eat. And they taste better. They're more tender. Everything's better about them.
Agreed. Yeah, that's like some of those are just waste of time.
And people like sit there and it's like I guarantee if I went to my family and we ordered food, there would definitely be an order of waste of time foods. There wouldn't be no wonton soup, thank God.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised by serial killers. There would definitely be an order of bone-in spare ribs.
Yep.
Like, that's a waste of time. There would probably be 2 orders of chicken fingers. That's a waste of time.
Yep.
2 orders of chicken wings, and it's like, dude, the chicken wings are okay. They're kind of a fucking thing to eat, so I don't really eat them all that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And never mind, like, some places have like good versions of wings. Those are okay. Like,
yeah.
Didn't the Mandarin have some type of spicy wing?
Yeah. That were fucking amazing.
Yeah. We gotta go back there.
Yeah, I know. We should just roll in one day.
Dude, it's only like 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Can't be that far from you.
Same. It's right up the highway.
Yeah. Lobster sauce, that's another waste.
Oh yeah, that's gross. It's just cheese. It's like Velveeta, isn't it? With lobster in it.
No, it's like a gravy almost.
Yeah.
With chunks of, I'm not even gonna call it lobster. I don't know what's in it.
The imitation lobster.
I don't even know if you can. Yeah, I don't know what's in it. Could be chicken.
Yeah. It's pink chicken.
It's just like, I don't know, because it's like literally a brown gravy with something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh look, lobster sauce. You can eat fried rice in it. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you do with lobster sauce.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like, I know my parents would order that shit. It's like, this is such a waste of fucking time. Such a fucking waste of time.
Just play the hits.
That's it. All you have to do.
Yeah. Seriously, if you're going to a Chinese food restaurant, like, unless they're known for something crazy, like wings, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes like some place will have something weird. Stick with the hits. Just play the hits and get in and get out. Because there's a reason why they're the hits, right? Like pork fried rice, really fucking good. And if a place has bad pork fried rice,
then
never go there ever again. 1, and 2, everything else probably does suck.
I hear the chicken fingers are great though.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So for my final thought, I've had this one on here for a while. But shout out to Jones actually for giving me his Discovery Plus login a while ago. And if anyone out there listening or watching has Discovery Plus, I don't know about you, but it should pretty much just be like Food Network and like that's it. Like, I don't really give a shit about anything else that's on Discovery Plus outside of like the food shows. To be honest, I also haven't looked at anything else either. But
I know it all sucks.
Yeah, but it probably all sucks. So the food shows, man, are fucking incredible. And Amy and I got hooked on this one called the Tournament of Champions. It's hosted by Guy Fieri, but at this point, you know, in 2021, what isn't hosted by Guy Fieri on the Food Channel? It's like either him or Bobby Flay at this point. Like they fucking do everything. But so, Chopped and all those
Yep.
shows, like Beat Bobby Flay, like all those like these competitions. Well, it's all like for the most part regular people. Like they're chefs. They're not regular people, but they're like for all intents and purposes, like they're regular people on the show. More so Chopped. Chopped is probably closer to like regular people. It's like some guy that owns a food truck here, or some guy that runs a restaurant, or some lady that does something over there. Tournament of Champions is essentially all of the judges on all of those competition shows that go against each other. So this isn't like, yeah, sometimes on Chopped, you see like, oh yeah, this is fucking Jimmy de Blasio who runs this banging burger joint out of fucking Cambridge. And you're like, oh yeah, hey, that's cool, local guy, like whatever. Or like Guy Fieri on Triple D when he goes somewhere. Like the episode I watched the other day, he went to Chaps Pit Beef in Baltimore. Like, this isn't those people that are just like showing up to like compete. This is like the judges on the shows are competing. And it's fucking wild, man. Like, it is an incredible show. And it is one of my, if not my favorite cooking show, like on TV, because it's also a competition too. It's they just do a bracket. So there's 2 seasons out. The first season, they did 16 people. They had eight people from the East Coast and 8 people from the West Coast. And again, like I said, like these are like heavy hitting people. Like I don't know if you're familiar with any of them, but it's like Antonia Lafacio or Alex Guarnacelli or Amanda Freitag or like all these people that are normally judges on shows.
Some guy Scott, dyslexic Mark.
Yeah, Mark Murphy.
Yep, he's dyslexic.
Yeah, he's in it.
Scott Conant. I remember Scott Conant.
Yep. So all these guys, and ladies, and they just go at it, and it's bracket style, single elimination. They just run through it, and it's awesome. And then season 2, I think they kind of figured out that like they had something going there. So what they did for season 2 was they created like a wild card play-in. So they had 4 extra people from the East Coast and the West Coast, and they did a smaller bracket of those 4 people. They played each other, and whoever won in that play-in bracket was the 8 seed on their respective coast. And it's pretty fucking awesome, man. Like they have, so the thing, like I use Chopped a lot because it's like fucking, what's that show? It's like Ridiculousness on MTV. Chopped is always on the Food Network. Like it's on, you fucking turn it on and it's going to be on. So like, like you get, like I said, Jimmy de Blasio from Cambridge, and like you get this basket of ingredients, and poor Jimmy forgets to put one of the ingredients on the plate, and you're like, this son of a bitch, like he's probably gonna get chopped, and he usually does. Like there's no forgetting ingredients with these people. Like these people are like absolutely legit. They are like the best of the best, and it is awesome. Like I love food, like I love cooking, like I love watching cooking shows, and I love competitions, obviously, like I love sports. And they put the 2 of these together, and it is fucking awesome. Like I said, I'm a fan. I already can't wait for Tournament of Champions season 3.
Well, that's like the old it wasn't tournament style, but they did Iron Chef America.
Yeah. I used to love Iron Chef.
The next Iron Chef.
Yeah.
It was the next Iron Chef. And like they brought in all the people who had their own shows and like let them fucking duke it out.
Right. Yeah, it's similar to Iron Chef. They have people on there that were Iron Chefs that have won the show. So they have like, what is the new one? Top Chef. I think American Top Chef is another one similar to Iron Chef.
Top Chef and Top Chef Masters, and
but like this one, like
Top Chef was on Bravo.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like this one, with Tournament of Champions, it's like they have all of those people and they go in and they're like, this person won Top Chef in 2017. This person is a former Iron Chef. Like Alex Guarnacelli is like the reigning Iron Chef. And like, so they have
Oh, that's right. She won. I don't like her. She's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Spoiler alert. She gets knocked out. She doesn't win, but yeah, it's great. It's pretty fucking awesome. And it's funny too, to watch. Obviously both seasons are available. And it's funny to watch season 1 and then go right into season 2, because there are like big name people that lost in season 1. Obviously there was 15 people that lost in season 1. There was only one winner. So there's these huge names, and then they just don't come back for season 2, which I think is hilarious. Because you're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, there's your ego is showing. You couldn't handle losing to, because there was a lot of upsets in season 1. So yeah, it was awesome.
Did it start on Food Network or?
It must have, right?
And has Guy Fieri host it?
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. No, I know. That's why I said, like, at this point he hosts. It's either him or Bobby Flay that hosts everything.
Yeah, true.
But Guy Fieri is very minimal in this show. Like, he's just kind of there to like introduce the people, and they do the whole show is similar to Chopped. They have this thing called a randomizer. So you go over and Guy Fieri just like spins all the things. It's like Wheel of Fortune or whatever the fuck that show. Price is Right. You spin the giant wheel on Price is Right. And they have like whatever it is, like they have like a protein, a style, a piece of equipment that must be used during the whole process, maybe one other thing, and then a time. So like it's cool, like when they get something and then they're like, oh, you only have 35 minutes to do this. But then like other times, like they'll spin it and they'll get like 50 minutes. And it's cool watching them like sweat when they only have 35 minutes. But then like the insane amount of things that they can create when they have 50 is wild. It's a great show. Like I said, like if you enjoy cooking shows and any kind of competition stuff like that, I can't recommend it enough. I mean, I know it's on Disney. It's on Discovery Plus just because that's where I watched it. I'm sure it could potentially be available other places. You probably just have to Google it. But like I said, great show. One of my favorites. If only we could bet on it. Because then we could.
It's hard to bet on something that's already pre.
Yeah. Well, because then we could use mybookie.com, and then you could go to mybookie.com and use our promo code SarcasmPod for a 50% deposit match on your first deposit up to $1,000. So you could put in 1,000 and get 500, and then you could potentially bet on this, but you couldn't. But you can still get our promo code discount and bonus. Discount. It's not a discount. It's a bonus. So you can't bet on the Tournament of Champions, but you can still get our bonus on mybookie.com. So use our promo code SarcasmPod over there. Don't forget. And I think that's gonna do it. I think that's it for us. So thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you click the thumbs up, click subscribe up top, leave us a comment underneath, and keep telling everybody you know about the show. Last episode, we got like almost 10 views on YouTube in the first couple hours, which usually it takes us like a day or two to do that. So cool. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. Subscribe wherever you're listening right now, whatever podcast streaming service you're on. You can find us there. Yeah, obviously that's where you're listening right now. So subscribe. If you're using Apple products, if you use the Apple iTunes thingy, go over to the iTunes store, give us 5 stars, write us a review. The engagement helps our visibility and helps more people find the show organically rather than, your word of mouth that you're doing out there, because I know you're all telling everybody about the show. We actually are getting more downloads and more listeners lately. So that's kind of cool. So thank you guys. You can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. We're on Twitter at sarcasm_speaks, and our Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time, hopefully I haven't withered away to nothing because I'm so dehydrated from demoing my house. Good night.